gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, America, and welcome to another episode of the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm your host, Charlie, the Country Conservative. Tonight, we are diving into a sentiment that's sweeping across the nation: frustration with our government. From coast to coast, Americans are fed up with the endless bureaucracies, the broken promises, the lack of accountability, the lies. It's time to voice our discontent and demand real change. In recent years, we've seen a growing disconnect between the government and the people it serves. Policies are being made behind closed doors with little regard for the everyday struggles of hardworking Americans. The voices of the people are being drowned out by the special interests and political agendas. But tonight, we're here to amplify those voices and to shine a light on the issues that matter most to you. We'll explore the root causes of the frustration, from economic policies to stifle growth to regulations that burden small businesses. We'll hear everyday citizens who are standing up and demanding better from their leaders. We'll discuss practical solutions to restore trust and integrity in our government. It's time to hold our elected officials accountable. Remind them that they work for us, not the other way around. So buckle up and get ready for a no-holds-barred conversation. This is the Conservative Viewpoint, and we're just getting started. But the show begins now. Welcome, everyone. How is everyone doing today? Hi there, Pat. Cecil, Lee. What's going on, Lee? Kurt, what's going on, guys? There's one of many. How's everyone? Daniel's in the house. What's up going on, man? Up past my new bedtime tonight. Oh, I'm glad you stopped by anyways. I fell asleep for a little bit, Daniel. Glad you guys stopped by. We're getting closer and closer to the election, guys, and it's so important. Hey, Mark, what's going on, man? So much going on. It's unbelievable. What did I want? There was something I wanted to say right off the bat, and I forget what the hell it was. I mean, there's so much going, it's unreal. So I thought I would try something different today with this video extravaganza I'm going to put on for you guys tonight, because I have got like 30 videos for you guys showing the frustration that is going on in this country. With this election being 22 days away, we're hearing more and more lies come out of Kamala Harris's mouth. The demented Walls. Holy shit, that is a disaster in itself. I saw Vic played some of that on that show tonight, and what a show it was. Great show, ladies, if you're on here. Hi, Joan. They put on a hell of a show. They've showed some of the stuff that I'm going to show tonight, but that's okay. We got people that did not make it to their show, and I'm going to show it to them too. So there's just so much to show you guys to get through with all this. It's unbelievable. So welcome everybody from Getter. Glad to see you guys in here. Not sure how many people are there until we get done with the show, but I hope to start seeing some people chatting like we do in Wimpkin. We got to get a crew together in Getter, so we start getting people's voices out. It's important to get your voices out, to get them heard before this election. We've got to wake people up no matter what. She is too, Lee. She is on this computer from daylight to daylight, I think, putting out news and everything, and it's just crazy. Hey, Dean, what's going on, man? Nice to see ya. But she puts a lot of information out, and sometimes I get stuff from her too. But this time, I just decided to do this video extravaganza because it is going to get crazy with what we have. So we are going to get started here because, like I said, 30 videos is the most I've ever done, and pretty much they're all important. But we're going to start out happy and end pissing you off probably, but that's okay because this is the stuff that people need to wake up and see. But we are going to start off with, I am not even sure, but we're going to see it in the first place because I've got one of these that are really long that you got to see. It's a little over 3 minutes, but it's well worth the watch. Renee. Hi, Renee. Jerry, what's going on, Jerry? Oh, I like that map. Every time you put it up there, man. This is why we're here. This is what we're rooting for right there. Jerry's map that he puts up. I know some of you guys can't see it. I can't post it to there unless I do a lot of things or a screen share or something like that. But it's too much work to do it right now. So, but let's get on with this. Let me put this up and see if I can remember the name. Once they find out, they're going to send me. Oh, you guys are going to die on this one. This one's hilarious. I had to put this one up first because it made me laugh. It made me laugh this morning again when I showed everybody. Hey, Gab. And so take a look at this. Not Rebel Chicks. I hit the wrong one. How about this one?
Oh my God, you guys. Once they figure out that it's not just the black male vote. Oh my God, you guys, I'm hiding. I'm hiding because once they figure out that it's not just the black male vote, but also us black females who ain't voting for Kamala in record numbers like black people usually vote for Democrats in record numbers. Oh my God, y'all. Once they figure it out, they gonna send Michelle. They gonna send Michelle after us. Oh my God, you guys. I gotta find a better hiding place.
I laughed every time I see that today. I mean, when I downloaded it, I laughed. And now, and this morning when I played it for the morning show, it was hilarious. The Harris campaign attacks are nothing but lies and based personal attacks. Exactly right, Dean, because that's all they ever do. They don't know anything else. There's something coming up for tomorrow's show that she's doing. Oh, yeah, well, she's kissing ass to the blacks now and trying to get their votes. But we're going to settle that today here real shortly, so we're going to get into that. All right, let me get over to this. Oops, let me find my... Come on, stay up there. I got to take these off to what I'm doing because this it's going crazy. I know Vic showed this, but this is for everybody else that's tuned in that didn't go to Vic's show. Take a look.
Needs personality when you can switch who you are at the push of a button.
It's Sid Swish Kamala. That's right.
Oh, hello, young lady. Quite a marvelous day, innit?
Why does she talk so weird? Let me play with her.
Well, hey there, little nugget. I'm going to be the first black female president of the United States of America.
Man, this doll sucks.
Accent Switch Kamala can emulate any accent you like, as long as it grants her credibility.
Bonjour, tu aimes les croissants?
Merde américaine.
Guten Tag, Sie lieben ein Bratwurst? Ufta, 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 da.
Luke, I am your mother.
It's Sid Swish Kamala. That's right.
But wait, there's more. All new Accent Switch Kamala comes with 2 bags of campaign money, a blind eye for illegal immigration, and her own multi-laugh 3000 generator. Laugh in every way possible. Let Accent Switch Kamala turn your life into a complete circus.
When you give me more money, like Uncle Joey did.
Don't you wear a little mad? The money's coming.
I don't understand.
Oh, excuse me, honey.
I meant to say, the money is coming. I love ice cream, Kamala map.
It's Accent Switch Kamala and brand new Tampon Tim.
You know, my grandma always used to say,
Kamala Janu, please wash your hands so we can eat our chicken masama.
It's Sid Swish Kamala.
I don't know who did that, but that was funny this morning. I showed it on the morning show too, and it just doesn't get old. It's all these that are coming out about Kamala, but bad thing is about it is most of them are true. She's a dimwit, just like that doll. So, all right, let me get rid of this one now. All right, this next one is, and Vic showed a different part of this one, and this is their ridiculous, degrading, and these actors are pathetic ad that she put out about real men. Get the hell out of here. Take a look.
But there are some serious warning bells that key demographic groups without whom Harris cannot win the election, are abandoning her in droves. They made an ad that, well, to say is as precisely as patronizing and out of touch as you would expect an ad made by a bunch of lefty ad execs and media types made by quote-unquote real men might be. Let's have a look, shall we?
I'm a man.
I'm a man.
I'm a man, man.
And I'm man enough.
I'm man enough to enjoy a barrel-proof bourbon.
Neat.
Man enough to cook my steak rare.
Man enough to deadlift 500, then braid the out of my daughter's hair.
You think I'm afraid to rebuild a carburetor? I eat carburetors for breakfast.
I ain't afraid of bears.
That's what bear hugs are for.
And I'll tell you another thing I sure as am not afraid of. Women.
I'm not afraid of women.
I'm not afraid of women.
They want to control their bodies? I say go for it.
They want to use IVF to start a family? I'm not afraid of families.
They want to be childless cat ladies?
Have all the cats you want.
Woman wants to be president?
Well, I hope she has the guts to look me right in the eye and accept my full-throated endorsement.
Because I'm man enough to support women.
Man enough to know what kind of donuts I like.
Man enough to admit I'm lost, even when I refuse to ask for directions.
Man enough to not ban young women from reading Little Women.
Or one of those pants books that the sisters like.
Man enough to raw dog a flight. It sucked. Not worth it.
I'm man enough to be emotional in front of my wife.
In front of my kids.
In front of my horse. I'm man enough to tell you that I cry at Love Actually. Good Will Hunting.
West Side Story.
That and Predator.
And I'm sick of so-called men domineering, belittling, and controlling women just so they can feel more powerful. That's not how my mama raised me.
I love women.
I love women who support their families.
Women who decide not to have families.
Women who take charge.
And I'm man enough to help them win.
Ladies and gentlemen, right there, the crisis in masculinity in a nutshell.
Yeah, right there. The end of the election. Donald Trump's won in a landslide.
I tell you what, guys, though, this was like, this ad, those 90 seconds were like one of those awful white dudes for Harris Zoom calls come to life. Look, every single thing about... everything about this ad was wrong. From the guy who was talking about eating carburetors for breakfast, and by the way, a car has not been sold in the U.S. with a carburetor since 1994, to the entire premise that men are afraid to vote for a woman. That is nonsense. Look, let me clue any Democrats watching what this is all about. Guys are not afraid to vote for a woman. They just don't want to vote for an airhead. And even more than that, they don't want to vote for a Democrat Party that seems to think that masculinity and the stuff men like to do is toxic every day of the year except Election Day.
As from our friends down under, did he not say it exactly right? Because, and I said it this morning on the show, that, and I hate to say this, but Hillary Clinton is actually smart. You know, and that kills me to say that. But I wouldn't vote for her ass either. So why the hell would anybody want to vote for an idiot like Harris? Because I guarantee that she did not pass her bar. She failed her bar exam the first time. I guarantee the second time she did not pass it on her own. I'll guarantee it. And I guarantee she did not take her test or anything in schools. I guarantee the knee pads didn't come out for no reason. There's no damn way that she passed the school by herself. Nobody's and can pass these tests. Did I delete something I didn't want to? I don't know if I did or not. But there's no way. And it's not a fact because she's not smart. She can't run. She can't run a lemonade stand. She is that stupid. So when she puts this out, that is a degrading, disgusting display by those actors. And it goes to show you that they'll do anything for money. That's all it is. It's about money because there's no damn way the Cowboy says, I can get emotional in front of my horse. Oh my God. So how pathetic is that? And we're going to get to the good stuff here in a little bit, but I mean, it's all good, but we're going to keep going with this. Replay the Man Enough commercial and substitute it with Gay Enough. Yeah, exactly. That's right, Dennis. All right, let's see what this next one is because all it says is, take a look. Do you guys remember that one? That was the most disgusting. Let me put my picture back up here, but that was disgusting. Right? You guys remember? I'm sorry. There is no man that wants another man, unless you're gay, to touch you like that. Oh yeah, there would have been a punch coming right around the corner. Oh my God, you guys remember that? It just came up on my screen today, and I had to put that up there because I forgot about that happening. But did you see the other guy standing behind him looking down when he was rubbing his arm, and then the Secret Service aide? Oh my God, that is so nasty. And you'll wonder why people get pissed off. He sniffs kids right on TV. He feels up a guy right there, and he's still sitting behind the desk in the Oval Office. Something is wrong with this country, guys. Wonder why we're so pissed off about everything that's going on. Yep, there it goes. All right, let's get this one off. That was so disgusting. Now we're going to get into some good stuff about Trump. And I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 of them. You guys are going to love this. First, let's get it started with this one's a little longer too, but it's a freaking it's awesome. Take a look, guys.
Up and down, counting out, smiling through the taste of blood in my own mouth. I got bruises and broken bones, but they don't know I ain't in this ring alone. I'm a fighter. No one can say that I'm a running hider. I was born to be a do-or-dyer, a make-it-righter. Don't throw that towel just yet. Don't cash in that last bet, 'cause I hit harder when I'm tired. I'm a fighter. I get back up, that's what I do. I didn't soldier on this far just to lose. So take your shot, is that all you got? I'm a fighter, I'm a fighter. No one can say that I'm a running hider. Don't cash in that last bet. Don't throw that towel just yet. I'm a fighter.
Now, you tell me that was not an awesome song, an awesome video. That just shows the trueness of Trump, a true people's president. The emotion, the fight that he has. Any other person would have bailed a long time ago with what he's had to put up with these past 4 years, probably the past 8 years, that he's had to put up with the bullshit from the Democrats, the persecutions, everything. This man, the shootings, everything. This man has had to put up with. If that didn't make you guys emotional, man, nothing will. That was an awesome display that I've ever seen. All right, let's see. Let me get rid of this one. I'm going to tell you what, that was awesome. Now, let me see what's next here. And I found this. Let me see what this. Let's see if I can remember what this is here. Oh, Trump, many acts of kindness aren't shared enough. Take a look at this.
Hi, Mr. Trump. I was Miss Wisconsin USA in 2005.
Okay.
And
I can see why.
Thank you. You have been. I just want to say thank you. You saved me in so many ways. And in recent years, I've been struggling with an incurable illness, and I'm on home care now. It was caused by a doctor's medical negligence, and in those dark days, fighting, right now all the tubes have been removed, and I have a do not resuscitate order, and I have a 7-year-old son. In those days, in the hospital, I received from you a handwritten letter that said, "To the bravest woman I know," and
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
you,
Such a wonderful, beautiful woman. I mean, just an amazing woman. And are you coming along okay?
No, sir, but that's okay, because I'm here right now to thank you in person, and that was my biggest dream. And I wanted to thank you because through you and your organizations, my son, who is Mexican American, 7 years old, through your organizations and just being able to stand on that stage with you back in 2005, the outpouring of love that came from that ultimately provided my son, when he graduates high school, with a full ride to college. And that was
great. And you know what we'll do? We're going to watch him. You're going to watch him, Tana. Tana, watch him. We're going to be watching your boy, okay? But you're going to hopefully be around. You're not going to have anybody watching. You're going to hopefully be around. Those doctors are going to be so wrong. But we'll be helping you.
So we thank you. God bless you. And just, he's a Mexican American. And you, because of your efforts, have sent him to college. And I've been writing letters to him for when I'm in heaven to tell him that what you've done for him, now he has a great responsibility to pay it forward, just as you have done for us. And I can't thank you.
That's so nice. Thank you, honey. Thank you. I'm sorry, I have to go down and say hello. Is that okay?
Thank you.
What other person would do that? Hi, Marianne. I forgot to say hi to you. And hi, Maureen. Who else would do that? Something like that. Now, Dean was right on Rumble, very few people see the side of Trump. They only see what the media wants them to see. That's exactly right. This is a true president right there. You can't ask for anything better than him. And these Democrats are so pathetic and running their mouths. And this is what they don't want people to see. And that's why when I saw this one, I had to show it. This shows how he cares about people. And the Democrats want you to believe otherwise. If there's any idiot liberals on here that don't see it, there you go. If you don't see it now, get the hell out of here. All right, let's get that one off of here. All right, now we're going to go for J.D. Vance. And I believe this one is about him talking about Trump also. So we're going to take a look at this.
Look at his record. Look at rising take-home pay, a secure southern border, the fact that inflation was low. And ask yourself, does the media lie to you about Donald Trump because they care about you? Or do they lie about Donald Trump because they're terrified that he's a bigger threat to their power than anything that's happened in this country's politics in a very long time? I truly believe, and I've gotten to know the man, of course, very well personally, so it's a little bit easier for me to say it, but I really believe that he wakes up wanting to make the country more prosperous and wanting to make the world a more peaceful place. That's who you want as president of the United States. It's somebody who sacrifices to lead the country, not somebody who's enriched by their leadership of this country. And Donald Trump, I think, has sacrificed more for the United States of America than any president, at least in my lifetime. It speaks very highly of him, but more importantly, it says what kind of a president he is going to be if the American people entrust him with the presidency again. I'd encourage him to do it. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to say you were wrong about him in 2016 or 2020. I did it. I changed my mind, and I'd encourage Americans to do that because he's actually got the plan to make this country better off.
Yeah, you couldn't have said it better if you had to from him. So far, I'm liking what it is. I got to see some more from him, but so far, I'm liking him. How about you guys? Hey, Sean, what's going on, man? Elmer Dudd, yeah. That is them. That is them. Okay, let's get this off of here. Vance is a much stronger speaker than I gave him credit for. He's impressive. Exactly right, Lee. He definitely is. He's a very intelligent man. Now, this is... the name of it on here is Trump Vance 2024 Save America. Let's take a look together. Well, shall we?
2024, it's our final battle. We're either going to have a country greater than ever before, or we're not going to have a country at all. And we're ready for it. Are we ready? We're ready.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture.
You must never forget this nation does not belong to them. This nation belongs to you. This is your home. This is your heritage. And our American liberty is your God-given right.
How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you're going to be with me for the last one.
Wasn't that good one? I like that one. It was a shorter one, but I think it was still pretty good. Ad. Now this one, we've got ABC Martha Raddick, I believe is her name. The dumb bitch that she is. And this is with when she was interviewing J.D. Vance, but he gives it back to her. But wait until you see what she does on here. You guys will catch this, I'm pretty sure. She's a bitch. I would never do an interview with any of these lame news, fake media people ever again. So take a look at this.
But I want to, we played some other comments about migrants, including in Aurora, in Colorado, where Trump said the city had been invaded and conquered by Venezuelan gangs. The Republican mayor of the city said flatly the city and state have not been taken over or invaded or occupied by migrant gangs. So do you support Donald Trump making those claims that the Republican mayor says were grossly exaggerated and have hurt the city's identity and sense of safety. I understand what you're saying, that some people left behind, but he's making these statements that the mayor is flat out disputing.
Well, Martha, you just said the mayor said they were exaggerated.
Grossly exaggerated.
That means there's got to be some element of truth here. And of course, President Trump was actually in Aurora, Colorado, talking to people on the ground. And what we're hearing, of course, Martha, is that people are terrified by what has happened with some of these Venezuelan gangs.
Senator Vance, I'm going to stop you because I know exactly what happened.
Martha.
I'm going to stop you. The incidents were limited to a handful of apartment complexes, and the mayor said our dedicated police officers have acted on those concerns. A handful of problems.
Only, Martha, do you hear yourself? Only a handful of apartment complexes in America were taken over by Venezuelan gangs, and Donald Trump is the problem and not Kamala Harris's open border. Americans are so fed up with what's going on, and they have every right to be. And I really find this exchange, Martha, sort of interesting because you seem to be more focused with nitpicking everything that Donald Trump has said rather than acknowledging that apartment complexes in the United States of America are being taken over by violent gangs. I worry so much more about that problem than anything else here. We've got to get American communities in a safe space again. And unfortunately, when you let people in by the millions, most of whom are unvetted, most of whom you don't know who they really are, you're going to have problems like this. Kamala Harris, 94 executive orders that undid Donald Trump's successful border policies. We knew this stuff would happen. They bragged about opening the border, and now we have the consequences, and we're living with it. We can do so much better, but frankly, we're not going to do better, Martha, unless Donald Trump calls this stuff out. I'm glad that he did.
Okay.
Yeah, you see what she did there? She wants to try to cut him off because the truth's getting out, and the bitch can't handle that. She's got to stop him, and she tried to get him, and he just gave it right back to her and got her. I would never, ever, if I was those guys, never do an interview with them ever again. They are pathetic as hell. Right. Let's see. I got so many of them. It's unreal. But this one, I just thought this was great. This was a not too long of a video, only about a minute long, but it's out of our military. Let me know if you guys like this or not. Take a look.
It's the same old theme since 1916. Eeyore, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. Eeyore, they are dying. What's in your head?
I think that was one of the most badass things I've seen, because that shows how tough our military is with the right person in charge, not with this piece of shit pansy ass that we have in here now, because he throws them under the bus. He wants to make them go woke, wants them to take sensitivity training. That's not what our military men do. They fight. They are there to learn to fight to protect this country, not worry about some little pansy ass bitch getting his panties in a bunch. No, you don't want to get hurt feelings. Stay the fuck home and cook some food or something. You waste. Our men are there to fight, not to be worried about who's next to him, if they're going to get their feelings hurt or not. Hell with them. I liked it. It just shows how tough, and the animals were beautiful, and it was just, I loved that thing. Yeah, true, Renee. How's your stir fry, Vic? Oh, Vic and making stir fry. What the hell? I'm hungry as hell right now. All right. I love that one. All right, let me see here. What's next? We got Trump warns. Oh, yeah. Listen to this about Trump warning about the enemy from within. Take a look.
How are you going to guard against the bureaucrats undermining you?
Well, they're going
in a
to
second
undermine.
term?
Well, I always say, so we have two enemies. We have the outside enemy, and then we have the enemy from within. And the enemy from within, in my opinion, is more dangerous than China, Russia, and all these countries, because if you have a smart president, he can handle them pretty easily. I got along great with all. I handled them. But the thing that's tougher to handle are these lunatics that we have inside, like Adam Shifty Schiff. Think of this guy's going to be a senator. He's running against a guy that doesn't understand politics at all, Garvey. But he was a good baseball player. But he doesn't understand politics at all. Adam Shifty Schiff, who's a total sleazebag, is going to become a senator. But I call him the enemy from within. When you look at the danger he put our country in, potentially with Russia, with a phony made-up deal that he made up with Hillary and some bad people, that started off as an excuse for why she lost an election that a lot of people thought she should have won, because the polls indicated she might win, and then she got beaten everywhere, virtually. When you look at that, and then they said, it was Russia. They used it as an excuse. And then the fake news picked it up. And while you're on this, let's talk about the single greatest scandal, in my opinion, in broadcast history. 60 Minutes and CBS interviewed Kamala, and she's incompetent. She gave them the dumbest answer anyone's ever heard. So they took that answer out, threw it, or the whole answer they threw out, and they took another answer that she gave to a totally different question and inserted it. And supposedly they did this a number of times, and they got caught. 60 Minutes, and CBS should lose their license for that.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I mean,
Yeah, he's so right on that. We have the enemy from within. We are being destroyed from the inside out. Stay home and cook. I got too much stuff to do, Marianne. Let's see, what else we got? Trump has asked for military protection. Give you an idea of how much he trusts the Secret Service. Well, guess what? He also, the other day, he got a threat from Iran about shooting down his plane. So he asked Biden about getting an F-15 to tail him. And Biden, of course, said no. He's not getting an F-15. Oh, yeah. Believe that shit? But then, shit. Well, that's okay. It's going to be on tomorrow's show. But Biden is instigating Iran, saying you guys better not shoot Trump or else, just like the don't to Russia, the don't to China, the don't to Gaza, to Hamas. He's instigating Iran to shoot down Trump, to kill Trump. This is what he does. Every time you turn around, he's telling people don't. But guess what happens? They do. Now he told Iran, you better not. Might as well have said don't or else. Oh, yeah. So you watch, something's going to happen. And who's to blame? Biden and Harris. Because of all the damn terrorists that we've got in this country. You saw the one that they just got from Afghanistan, right? And supposedly he's saying something about there's supposed to be more. I think I have that on tomorrow night's show too, guys. So you guys are going to want to turn in for that. Before I forgot, I wore my shirt to the grocery store last night. Got some compliments. Oh, good. Great, John. Good to hear that. We need to get rid of these enemies from within. Exactly, Renee. And this is what this election is about, guys. Getting the Democrats out of power at the state, local, and federal levels. We've got to do what we can do to do this no matter what. 22 days away, guys. We got our work cut out because these idiots are getting worse and worse every day. That's all we're hearing is lies and making bullshit up. It's crazy. Trust me. Yeah, I'm thinking Schiff's out. I think Schiff's going to get his ass handed to him. How about Trump? Now, I think I got that somewhere down the line here, guys. So I'm going. Oh shit! I'm not even going to make it through all the videos. We got to hurry up. You just have to email me, Maureen, and I'll send you videos of what I have and what I've done so far, and we'll talk on email. So, all right, let's get busy, guys. So I don't want to miss these videos, but we've got to get busy. All right, here we go. Here's next one. Let's see. Oh man, I got a lot. I don't even know if I can get through them all today. But we got the within. Let's go down with here. Okay, now we're going to get into why people are pissed off, and they're probably putting their voices out. Take a look at this sheriff from North Carolina. Take a look.
I was going to say something about Biden and Harris.
Yes, what were you going to say? Oh.
But I don't like to curse. I'm scared there'll be little ears listening.
But if you had a message for the White House and how they've handled the situation up here in North Carolina, what would your message be, Sheriff Wright?
If you're going to do the things you've been talking about doing, we just assume you stay out of the way and let the good men and women around the mountain area and the foothills take care of our own, because you're nothing more than a boat anchor.
No help? FEMA hasn't been helpful?
Wait a minute. That lady that's running for president talks about the $750. Well, but all that money you give to Ukraine and all these other people that really want to kill us and don't want to do anything to help us, why don't you just give that money to them? That's who you want to give it to begin with.
And a lot of people have been turned down for the $750. Almost everybody I've spoken to hasn't received any of the funding, and they've been turned down for personal items.
Well, they talked about get on your phone or your computer. Do you not see what the devastation is? They don't have a phone or a computer.
There's nothing up here. There's no communication. I'm going to be posting this later. There's no way to access the internet unless you have a Starlink net. And everybody's...
Thank you, Elon Musk, by the way.
Oh, yes, thank you, Elon Musk.
President Donald Trump, we need you.
What are the... Yes, that's a message for you, President Trump. And
yeah, this is what we're going through. That sheriff is great. And I'm going to keep running through these videos real quick because we are at the point where these are all pissed off people. So I'm going to keep running through these as quick as I can so I don't have to keep you guys too late. But I want to get through these to show you how pissed off people are. And we're all of them too. So, all right, let's get rid of him and get on to the next one. Take a look.
Democrat women that find me disgusting for voting for Trump, I find you disgusting for so many things. So the feeling is mutual, okay? The feeling is mutual. You disgust me, Democrat women, for being anti-women. You guys are snakes. You don't defend Title IX. You don't defend Riley Gaines. Your whole party voted against protecting women's sports. You murder your own children. Let that sink in. And then you want me to be friends with you? Why would I want to be a friend with a Democrat woman that murders her own children? Okay? I don't want to be near you with a 10-foot pole, and neither do these alpha males. And that's why the only ones that are impregnating you are probably beta losers that can't be a father, just like you cannot be a mother, because both of y'all are heartless. They're weak as a man and you're weak as a woman. And I don't want to be your friend. So you disgust me. You betray women. You guys are snakes, and you would prefer to murder babies than Americans first. Bye.
She hit that right on the money, didn't she? All right, let's move on to this piece of shit, Representative Warnick. See what he has to say.
And I think the important thing is that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz keep doing what they're doing, and that is to center the concerns of ordinary people. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz keep doing what they're doing, and that is to center the concerns of ordinary people. Here's the contrast that the people of Georgia have in front of them. They have one candidate who's focused on their needs, ensuring that we continue to lower the costs for folks on everyday goods, one who has capped the costs of insulin and other prescription drugs, who passed a tax cut for middle and working class families, the expanded child tax credit, which we would like to see extended. She's focused on ordinary people. And then you've got Donald Trump, who's focused on himself. That's what this race is about. We'll continue to make the case until November 5th. And in the end, I think Georgians are going to get it right. They're going to support Kamala Harris just as they supported me. Listen, let me tell you something this morning. Black men are not going to vote for Donald Trump in any significant numbers. But as black folk in general and black men in particular consider who Donald Trump is.
Hi, Gregory. This piece of shit. Do you hear that? Ain't no black man gonna vote for him, right? Yep. Let's teach him a lesson. Take a look.
Check this out, y'all. Vernon Jones went absolutely nuclear on Obama. I mean, seriously. Like the video, follow, repost, do all the things, because you have got to hear this.
Hello, America, and hello, Georgia. I'm Vernon Jones, former state representative from the great state of Georgia. And I'm out doing my normal morning jog. By the way, it's a great day to be in Georgia. It's a beautiful fall day. But anyhow, I just had to pause for the cause. I, like many of you, observed and listened and watched Barack Obama last night as he addressed black men. But as a black man, he did everything but address us. What he did, he berated black men, he rebuked black men, he even scolded black men, primarily because we will not fall in line and vote for Madam Lock Up Her Brother, Kamala Harris, because that's her.
Okay, now you heard what he just said, right? And you remember what Barack Obama said? If not, take a look.
Is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers.
Now you hear that shit? He's a racist piece of shit, and he wants to sit there and saying because they know if you're black, you're not voting for Trump, and these people aren't going to put up with it. But don't forget that. Remember, I want you guys to remember this one too.
I will. It's a long way until November. We got more questions. You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
The comment.
They're going to put you all back in chains.
And why should blacks vote for them? I mean, this is unbelievable, right? Now we're going to keep going. We're going to show them something here coming up in November, but I want you to take a look at this.
My, have the tides shifted? Are you kidding me? Barack Obama. I didn't vote for you either time. I saw right through you back then, and unfortunately, so many of my black brothers and sisters, my own family, they couldn't see through you. But now they can. You coming out trying to shame black men into voting for Kamala? Are you freaking kidding me? You sound like a slave master trying to get your slaves back on the plantation. Well, Barack Hussein Obama, you know, I always appreciated the fact that Obama, as an acronym, could also be mentioned. One big ass mistake, America. You didn't do nothing for the black community when you were in office. You pandered to the LGBTQ community, though. Oh, yeah, you pandered to them. You lit up the White House in rainbow colors and everything. What'd you do for the black community? What'd you do for America other than just inflame the race tensions in America? Yeah, that's right. You invited Black Lives Matter to the White House. You shamed Dallas police. You inflamed and stirred up racism in this country like nothing before. It wasn't Trump. It was you, Barack Obama. And now you have the audacity to try to shame black brothers to vote for Kamala? She ain't one of us. She's not pro-American. She's pro-illegal immigrant, period. Shame on you. I'm glad my black, brown, and white brothers and sisters are seeing right through you.
Got that right. Gotta love that, right? But we're not done yet. And you know what? I could have done probably 2 different shows, maybe 3 shows of everything that I've been finding about this. But I picked out some good ones, right, one after another, because they let it known that they're pissed off and they're not going to have any more of this shit. Take a look.
Let me guess. Obama was the last spade in the deck that y'all tried to play us with? Just in case y'all missed the memo, don't nobody give a fuck about Barack Obama. Now is the time for black people to speak and think for themselves. We do not need anybody speaking or thinking for us. This whole election season has been nothing but black people trying to get other black people to think like them. Let us think for ourselves. Let us decide who we want to be president. Y'all brainwashed us long enough with nothing but bad, negative things about Donald Trump. But the part y'all fail to realize, there are black people here that pay attention to actions, not just what y'all are saying. We did that long enough. This Obama situation did nothing but reminded me of that minority woman that was sent to these public schools to tell children horrible things about Donald Trump. Let us decide on our own. Y'all can no longer get in our brains and tell us what to do. We are voting for who we want to vote for. Stop trying to sway our decision. This shit is not cool. Leave us alone.
Tell you what, it gets better and better, doesn't it, guys? And I love how they're actually finally putting him to his face. Everybody's noticing he's a racist piece of shit, and he wants to control people just like the Democrats do. Take a look at this.
This message is for Barack. Ain't never did a fuck ass thing for niggas in the 8 years he was in the White House ever. Obama. Keep black men's name out your motherfucking mouth. We not about to do that. That's what we not about to do. And I'm a black woman that's not playing with your motherfucking ass, Mr. Biracial. Okay? You ain't did a fuck ass thing for us in the 8 years that you was in the White House. And you think you gonna pop up during an election year and try to scold black men for not wanting to vote for your candidate? Have you lost your fucking mind? I need you to go back into whatever cave and hole you fucking came out of and stay there. You're not about to come out and try to disrespect black men. We're not about to fucking do that. And this is a black ass woman telling you that. It's not happening. I'm not going for it. If you thought that I was going to hop on a bandwagon and be like, yeah, tell them. Fuck no. Be quiet. Be quiet. There are millions of people in this country that are not voting for Kamala, and it's her motherfucking fault. Every time she opens her mouth, bullshit flies out. Teleprompter, no teleprompter. It's all bullshit. We know she was raised in a middle-class family. We don't give a fuck. The last 4 years have been hell for us. And you sitting over there with your millions of dollars, and you want to reemerge, come out of hiding when they need you, and then you're going to point your motherfucking finger at black men? It's not motherfucking happening.
Tell you, that's... They say with what they're feeling, guys, and that's going to put all them idiots back in their back seats, and they need to stay there. I got that one off of Twitter, I believe, X this morning, Maureen. But let's keep going here, guys, because we got so much to go here. Got a few more here to go, but we're going to get into the piece of shit walls now. We spent enough time on that. Let's get into walls. This first part's funny, and then I'm going to show you the real video after that.
It's not quite right. How do you give it back?
Governor, what kind of gun is it?
This is a Beretta A400. I bought it when I was shooting a lot of track because it has a...
If you guys are old enough to remember Duck Hunt in the old games, that's hilarious right there. I am old enough for that, so here we go. But here is the original one for that the man says he's a hunter, but he can't load his gun. Take a look.
Very important.
Walls has hunted pheasants every season as governor, but because of his support for some gun control measures after the Parkland High School shooting. The governor ended this hunt empty-handed and headed back out to the campaign trail, hoping for more success in his hunt for the White House.
The lying piece of shit can't even load a 12 gauge. If you're a hunter, you could do that shit blind. But why the hell is he walking through the field with an unloaded weapon? What the hell is he going to shoot? More lies, guys. All right, let's see. I'm not sure what this one is, but take a look.
Tim Walz is absolutely finished. The Harris campaign is done. It's literally done. There's allegations that have come out about Tim Walz that people have talked about the last few days, but now we have a full-blown whistleblower that's coming out who's an exchange student that Tim Walz has threatened that he will deport him out of the country if he speaks out about him prior to the election. What's your thoughts on this? Watch.
Tell me about your first encounter with Coach Tim Walz.
He would tell me like your secrets, you can trust me, and I will tell you my secrets, we can trust each other again. And he would go with those like strange movements up to leg, back to my back again, touching my butt. He made it very clear that nobody is going to believe me and I will be deported because of the wrong accusing of a teacher. I had a feeling for a long period of time that I cannot trust anyone because something bad can happen. I want them to know that they should talk about it and do something and never keep it inside.
And this is not the best. There's more to come. Wait for the news to drop tomorrow. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Is the Harris campaign?
What do you think, guys think? You think that's going to come true or what? There's so much out there since this stuff started airing about this. We don't need another Donald Trump. We don't need another Biden, touch me, feel me, kids, all that stuff. No, we don't need that. We have enough with him. They can't afford to replace Walz, so they'll cover up everything just like they did with Hunter's laptop. You're right, Dean. I'm pretty sure that's what they're going to do. But here's another one on Walz. Take a look.
Oh my God, the shit's over. The Harris campaign, RIP. So you guys remember, I'm still trying to process this, but you guys remember the dude that came out and said that the Harris campaign got the information about the debate prior to the debate and promised not to fact check her, but would fact check Trump. And everybody, the left, all said he was a liar and he was crazy until he provided that information. And then now they're being investigated for election interference. Yeah, that same guy just tweeted directly at Tim Walz and asked Tim Walz if he was ready for the October surprise that he has to release about Tim Walz having a relationship with a student, a male student. In this tweet, he provides details, such as the gay bar and taking him out on a date. And they gave him the nickname Touchdown Timmy, so we should start calling him that. He had a meeting with the school board and everything. This guy has it. So he says he's going to release all the information that he has this weekend. Now that's an October surprise.
But did you guys notice on that when he was walking out through there, did you see him having his finger on the trigger of that gun? You never walk with the finger on a trigger of a gun. You don't put your finger on the trigger until you're ready to shoot. And he was walking the whole time like this with that gun. That's just another, it shows that he's not a hunter. He does not deal with guns. If you did, you wouldn't have your finger on that trigger. All right, let's get rid of that one. Now, this one, we're gonna skip away from all this. Now, we're going to get into New York and Letitia James. Take a look.
Oh, no. Looks like it's been a very bad week for Laquifa. It seems that this extremist nut job of a judge and Laquifa's political persecution of a presidential candidate is about to backfire. Not only is an appeals court going to overturn all of the silly charges that Laquifa slung at the Donald, but she will likely be sanctioned or possibly charged with election interference. Let's hope that this political operative posing as a judge is held to account for his role in this election interference. Yet for some strange reason, the lamestream media isn't reporting on this appeals case. Could it be that our media is biased? The best part of a Trump victory is going to be watching all these liberal reporters cry about how unfair it is for the next 4 years. Oh, author, you and Laquifa did all that corrupt work for nothing. Hope it was worth it.
We are going to see nothing but crying when we get Trump back into office. And that's what we got to push for. Not only Laquifa was what they call her. I love it. We also got this.
So I have a question. Did y'all know that Letitia James and everybody in that whole situation are begging not to be sanctioned? Did y'all know that the appellate court just, who have 5 judges sitting on it, just gave Donald Trump $500 million back, and he can do business in New York? And they're trying to say that this whole thing was election interference. You know, Donald Trump swore it was a witch hunt. We all knew that. And somebody somewhere apparently got some brains, because they didn't. Thank you, Jesus. This goes out to Donald Trump. Hey, prayers, I've been praying for you all the way. I'm so glad you got your money back. I'm so happy. Look, y'all can't mess with this man. You know what? Because he is anointed. Y'all stop playing with the anointed. Why don't y'all go play with each other, okay? That's what you do.
That woman was great right there, wasn't she? All right, let's get into this one about despite the media's deliberate silence on something. Take a look at this. I only got...
Dang, y'all are real quiet today on the left, aren't you? Y'all must have seen what the appellate court did. We all saw it, right? Oh, that's right. They're not reporting it on the mainstream media. See, Donald Trump just got back $450 million that he spent on this appeals court. 34 counts. 34 counts is what corrupt politician Letitia James decided she was going to try to charge Trump with. And I knew he was going to win his money back. The judge said there are no victims in this case. There is no evidence in this case. It was 2 smart business entities doing business together. The bank said, we don't have a problem. We were paid back. Trump said, we don't have a problem. We paid our loan back with interest. So what's the problem here? And the judge clearly said that it was a clear attack on a presidential candidate and can be misinterpreted for or interpreted as election interference. But he's a felon. He's a rapist. He's racist. Oh my God. Wake up, people. Political prosecution is real in this country. And the best part is that the state's lawyers' closing arguments were basically begging the appellate court judges not to sanction them. Not only do I think they should all be sanctioned, I think Letitia James needs to be tried. I think she needs to be found guilty, because she is, clearly, and I think she needs to be put in prison for election interference. Tell me what you think in the comments. And
No, that's exactly right. But Patricia, hey, welcome, and you are right. That is the first thing, gun 101, your finger does not go on the trigger until you're ready to shoot. And it goes to show you, he's definitely not a hunter. He's definitely not been around guns. And I'm sick of the lies. And this is why I did this show today, because of the people who are pissed off. And and like I said, I could have done so many videos on the people that are pissed off, not only black, white, everything, that are pissed off about what's going on for the past 4 years. And I could have done this over and over again, but guess what? I'm going to give you another one about the Blacks for Trump rally. Take a look.
So Maurice, thank you very much for joining us. We just want to have a sense of why you decided to be here today, and what this proceedings or arraignment that is going to happen in a few hours mean to you as a Black for Trump.
Well, what it means to me is give me liberty or give them death. It means I'm demanding freedom. I demand equity. This whole thing is unfair, because everything that Jack Smith is charging Trump with, Biden is guilty of 300 times worse. Going into the Capitol and all of that's fake. That's the people's house. We supposed to be able to go in there anyway. That's the first problem. And then for them to say that Trump said something out of his mouth when they know the Presidential Act says even a congressman, a senator like Adam Schiff lied. All these lies. He got the evidence. He got this. Bush lied.
When I talked to you about the indictment and referred to, you said that, the storming of the Capitol was fake. Are you saying that the images that was broadcast on that particular day on television didn't exist? Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is they staged that whole thing. I have, you can go on my website.
Who staged what?
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
I was here on January 6th. I was at that building right there called the Russell Building. I made a speech there. After the speech, I walked to the White House, which is a 45-minute walk from here. I had these brothers with me, most of them anyway. And as we walked down, we heard combustion bombs already going off. Trump wasn't even on stage yet. They was already attacking the White House, the Capitol. So this is how you know it's all fake, stupid, stinking lies.
Is that,
Can I finish?
And he's exactly right. He just showed it for a fact that all this has been a lie. Everything that they've been doing is for the past 4 years is a lie. And I could keep going and going and going with these videos, but I didn't. I stopped at 30. And that included my disaster factor, which I didn't get into, and I didn't get into my left and losing it. But guys, we got through all of them. I'm happy that you guys stuck with me on this. Tomorrow's not going to be another great show, guys. And I am going back to the articles again. I think this worked out pretty well. We got through a lot, and it shows how pissed off everyone is. Don't forget that we're going to be going live for the election night. For the ones that can join me, please join me. I know Tammy's going to be camping. She can't go. But hi, Tammy. I didn't tell you hi earlier. And Gregory, hi. I didn't tell you hi. But don't forget to join me. I'm going to let you know ahead of time so you join me and nobody else in Wimpkin. And Getter, you guys join me. Election night, we're going to stay up as long as you can. I'm going to take a nap. I know that. But I think we're going to start off around 7. And don't forget, we only get 3 hours. I don't know if I can get Wimpkin to drop that for the day because we're going to go until we can. And, it kicks us off in 3 hours exact. And I'll have to go off and redo a new stream. So I hope you guys stick with me and join me that night. But I'll remind you as we get closer. We got 22 days left, guys. And you guys, we're going to have a blast that night. I'm going to have some adult beverages with me, and we're going to get down, and we're going to listen to what's going on. We're going to talk. We're going to have great conversation in chat, and we're going to have a blast, guys. So make sure you tune in. But thank you for tuning in tonight, guys. Don't forget to join me tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for a great episode of the Conservative Viewpoint. They're going to be great. I'm going to have videos and everything. If you're up at 8 a.m., join me for Waking Up America with the Conservative Viewpoint to get a glimpse into what we're going to be going over on tomorrow night's show. So I want to thank you guys again for joining me tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow, and I'm going to leave you with this. And that wraps up tonight's episode, folks. We peeled back the layers of frustration, exposed the shortcomings, and highlighted the power of our collective voice. Remember, the government is meant to serve us, the people. It's time for us to stand up, speak out, and demand accountability that we deserve. Let's turn this frustration into action, everyone, and this discontent into determination. So until tomorrow night, guys, stay informed, stay engaged, and never forget that together we can make a difference. Good night, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow night. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow.